Pantheon by David Eagleman, from the book Some 40 Tales from the Afterlives. There is not a single god, but many. Each rules a separate territory. Despite the best guesses of erstwhile civilizations, the gods do not hold dominion over categories of war, love, and wisdom. Instead, the divisions are much finer grained. One god has control over objects that are made of chrome, another over flags, another over bacteria, the god of telephones, the god of bubblegum, the god of spoons. These are the players in an incalculably large panoply of deific bureaucracy. There is always disputed territory. It is the interaction within this substantial administration that determines the random walk of the world. Everything interesting happens at the borders, between domains of power. So, while you may be pleased to know that there is, after all, divine intentionality, you may be disappointed to know that no two gods can agree. There are so many that it is difficult for them to enjoy any consequence except during brief statistical hiccups. Just as the Greeks surmised, there is bitter competition among the gods. Jealous rivalries abound because the stakes are so low. The gods are not large and powerful, and they know it. So, they try their best to stand out and to be heard, given the limits of their random talents and the cards they are dealt. They discover themselves tossed into a sea of interaction with strangers, struggling for progress in a network of jealous competition. Many of them embrace a suspicion that something extraordinary could happen if they could collaborate on a meaningful scale, but they find themselves continually stymied by the personalized nature of their goals. Later, it has become popular to theorize that their incapacity to coordinate is the only reason they have not destroyed us. But the truth is, they are fond of us and work to keep us well protected. When they feel overwhelmed by their own struggles, they sit down and observe a traffic jam. They watch how each human driver aims for his own private piece of the city, isolated from neighbors by layers of glass and steel. Some of the humans reach out to make cell phone contact with a single friend out of the innumerable hordes. And gazing out over the steering wheel, each human feels the intensities of joy and grief, as though his were the only real examples in the world. Among all the creatures of creation, the gods favor us. We are the only ones who can empathize with their problems.